Okay, welcome to this session. Today, I would like us to talk about um, AI and machine learning. As we start, we would wish to understand what is AI, and by doing so, then you'll be able to have a better understanding of what artificial intelligence is made up of and what it does in our daily spectrum. Now, to look at this, then we have to see what are these AI models and what are they doing? What are the basics of artificial intelligence in our daily spectrum? What is called? Hello. Yes. Yes. How are you? I'm in a class now. I said join the WhatsApp group so that it can become so easier for me to share the class links. Yes, there's a WhatsApp group for this time. You'll attach an email later so that I can sort it out. I've already sent you the link. Please join the class. So, please, when I start a class, I really don't expect to have other calls. Um, we are speaking about artificial intelligence. So, in before we begin anything, I would like you to watch a video that I prepared for you to be able to understand what is AI. Then, before we now break down into various aspects of these AI models, AI areas, types of AIs, and machine learning concepts. So, let's have a look of this.
My name is Prof. Joel Barasa Ijaka, and on behalf of Career Service Office, I welcome you all to this beginner's certification course for student priests and sisters at QIA. Our universe is filled with wonders. We have discovered galaxies far away. We have explored the tiniest particles, and now we stand at the cusp of a new frontier: artificial intelligence. Imagine a future where machines can think and learn just like we do. This is the promise of AI. Artificial intelligence is the ability of a computer or a robot controlled by a computer to perform tasks that are usually done by humans because they require. My name is Prof. Joel Barasa Ijaka, and on behalf of Career Service Office, I welcome you all to this beginner's certification course for student priests and sisters at QIA. Our universe is filled with wonders. We have discovered galaxies far away. We have explored the tiniest particles, and now we stand at the cusp of a new frontier: artificial intelligence. Imagine a future where machines can think and learn just like we do. This is the promise of AI. Artificial intelligence is the ability of a computer or a robot controlled by a computer to perform tasks that are usually done by humans because they require human intelligence and discernment. It is about creating machines that can reason, learn, and solve problems. In essence, AI is about building machines that can mimic human intelligence. This field is rapidly changing our world. From self-driving cars to virtual assistants, AI is already making our lives easier, but this is just the beginning. As AI continues to evolve, it has the potential to revolutionize every aspect of human existence. The dream of creating intelligent machines is not new. It can be traced back to ancient myths and stories. However, the field of AI as we know it today emerged in the mid-20th century. The year was 1956. A group of visionary scientists gathered at Dartmouth College for a workshop. They wanted to explore the possibility of creating machines that could think. This workshop is considered the birthplace of AI. In the decades that followed, AI research went through periods of both excitement and disappointment. There were times of rapid progress, followed by periods of stagnation, known as AI winters. Despite these challenges, researchers made significant strides. They developed new algorithms, programming languages, and hardware. One of the key breakthroughs was the development of the perceptron, the first artificial neural network. This paved the way for the rise of machine learning. Another major milestone was the victory of Deep Blue, a chess-playing computer, over world champion Garry Kasparov. This demonstrated the growing power of AI. Today, AI is no longer a futuristic fantasy. It is a reality that is transforming our world in profound ways. From healthcare to finance to transportation, AI is revolutionizing various industries. Let's take a closer look at some of the real-world applications of AI. In healthcare, AI is being used to develop new drugs, diagnose diseases, and personalize treatment plans. AI-powered robots are assisting surgeons in performing complex procedures with greater precision. In finance, AI is being used to detect fraud, manage risk, and provide personalized financial advice. AI algorithms are powering chatbots that can interact with customers and provide 24/7 support. The transportation industry is undergoing a major transformation thanks to AI. Self-driving cars are no longer a thing of science fiction. They are being tested on roads around the world and are poised to revolutionize the way we commute. AI is also being used to optimize traffic flow, reduce congestion, and improve road safety. Often the terms artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning are used interchangeably. However, it's important to understand that while these concepts are related, they are not the same. Think of them as layers of a cake, with AI being the whole cake, ML a slice of it, and DL a specific ingredient. Artificial intelligence is the broadest concept, the overarching goal of making machines intelligent. Machine learning is a subset of AI that focuses on enabling machines to learn from data without explicit programming. Instead of being programmed with specific rules, ML algorithms learn patterns and make predictions from data. Deep learning is a specialized type of machine learning that uses artificial neural networks with multiple layers. These networks are inspired by the structure of the human brain and can learn complex patterns from massive datasets. Think of DL as a powerful engine within ML that allows it to tackle even more complex tasks. Section 5. The many faces of AI, from weak to superintelligence. Artificial intelligence is not a one-size-fits-all concept. There are different types of AI, each with its own capabilities and limitations. Understanding these different types is crucial for appreciating the full spectrum of AI's potential. We have weak AI, also known as narrow AI, which is designed to perform specific tasks, such as playing chess or recommending products. Then there's strong AI, also known as artificial general intelligence, which aims to create machines with human-like cognitive abilities, capable of understanding, learning, and performing any intellectual task that a human being can. Narrow AI is what we mostly encounter today, think Siri or Alexa. These systems are designed to excel in specific areas but lack general intelligence. General AI, on the other hand, remains largely theoretical. It's the stuff of science fiction for now. Finally, we have the concept of super AI, which surpasses human intelligence in all aspects. Super AI is purely hypothetical at this point and raises profound ethical and philosophical questions about the future of humanity. Section 6. AI in our midst, everyday encounters with thinking machines. AI is not just a futuristic concept, it's already woven into the fabric of our daily lives, often without us even realizing it. From the moment we wake up to the time we go to bed, we interact with AI systems in countless ways. Let's uncover some of these hidden encounters. Our smartphones are packed with AI features. Facial recognition unlocks our phones, voice assistants schedule our appointments, and AI algorithms personalize our news feeds. When we shop online, AI recommends products based on our browsing history. And let's not forget about streaming services where AI curates playlists tailored to our musical tastes. Have you ever noticed how email providers filter out spam messages? That's AI at work protecting our inboxes from unwanted clutter. And when we use navigation apps, AI helps us find the fastest routes and avoid traffic jams. These are just a few examples of how AI is seamlessly integrated into our daily routines, making our lives easier and more efficient. Section 7. Machine Learning Teaching Computers to Learn. At the heart of many AI breakthroughs lies a powerful tool, machine learning. Instead of being explicitly programmed for every task, ML allows computers to learn from data and improve their performance over time. It's like teaching a child to ride a bike. You can't explain it, they have to learn by doing. Traditional programming relies on explicit instructions. You tell the computer exactly what to do for every possible scenario. But with ML, you feed the computer data and let it figure out the rules on its own. Imagine trying to write a program to identify cat pictures. It would be incredibly complex. But with ML, you can train an algorithm on thousands of cat pictures, and it will learn to recognize the patterns that define a cat. This ability to learn from data makes ML incredibly powerful and versatile. It's used in a wide range of applications, from image recognition and natural language processing to fraud detection and medical diagnosis. And as we generate more and more data, the capabilities of ML will only continue to grow. Section 8. Styles of Learning, How Machines Master New Tricks. Just like humans, machines can learn in different ways. Machine learning encompasses different learning styles, each suited for specific types of problems and data sets. Let's explore three main types of machine learning: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Supervised learning is like having a teacher who provides labeled data. The algorithm learns from this labeled data to make predictions about new, unseen data. Think of it as learning to identify different fruits by being shown labeled pictures of apples, oranges, and bananas. Unsupervised learning is like exploring a new city without a map. The algorithm is given unlabeled data and must find patterns and relationships on its own. It's like grouping similar objects together without knowing their names beforehand. Reinforcement learning is like training a dog with rewards and punishments. The algorithm learns through trial and error, receiving rewards for correct actions and penalties for incorrect ones. It's like learning to play a video game by figuring out which actions lead to the highest score. Section 9. Embracing the Future. Your AI adventure begins. We've embarked on a journey through the exciting world of artificial intelligence. From its humble beginnings to its transformative power today, AI is shaping our world in unprecedented ways. We've explored its definition, delved into its history, and witnessed its real-world applications. We've unraveled the layers of AI, ML, and DL and met the different faces of AI from weak to superintelligence. The future of AI is brimming with possibilities. As AI continues to evolve, it promises to solve some of the world's most pressing challenges and unlock new frontiers of human ingenuity. But as with any powerful tool, it's crucial that we approach AI with careful consideration, ensuring its development aligns with our values and benefits all of humanity. This is just the beginning of your AI adventure. I encourage you to delve deeper, explore further, and embrace the transformative potential of AI. The future is waiting to be shaped by curious minds like yours.
Yes, having looked at that, we can now be able to have the first phase of saying that now you understand what is AI. AI is there to stay with us, and we need now to unpack and understand it in a very elaborate way. Now, um, let's begin by looking at what is artificial intelligence. And then after that, we shall now look at what is machine learning, because these are two separate things. But one is the mother, and the other one is like the child of the other. Artificial intelligence is the overall. Machine learning is a segment of artificial intelligence. We are also going to see or to look at other various um, subsegments and subsections of machine learning as well as of artificial intelligence, so that you can be able to have a better understanding of all of this. Now, what is artificial intelligence? In simple terms, we say is a simulation of human intelligence in, in a machine that can perform tasks that require your human ability and understanding. That is the clearest and easiest way to understand the concept. Uh, Therefore, it is very important that we need to understand all the things related to artificial intelligence. What are the concepts of humans intelligence that are included uh, in artificial intelligence functionalities? All these are very, very important things that are needed for people to understand, for every individuals to know, so that you don't get yourself into a situation whereby you find yourself like you don't understand what you are dealing with. There are so many myths and misconceptions that handling classes when people don't attend classes on time and they keep on sending you messages when you are on session is unethical. Let's try just to look at the time. I communicate to all the emails that people sent, submitted their registration. Please, I don't discuss or communicate outside that forum. I do my things in a very official way. So please, let's get in touch with our emails that you used to submit your registration. That's where I do all the communications so that we avoid these issues. I also attach the WhatsApp group link in those emails. Let people use it, join the classes so that we can do the right thing at the right time. Because now this is becoming so destructive and disturbing my peace when I have to deliver the right concepts to the people. There are several tasks that we normally have to apply when we are dealing with the development of artificial intelligence systems. But the major thing that we need first to understand here is what are these behaviors of human beings that we would wish any gadgets that we are interacting with to behave like. For example, you are expecting a system to remind you about your medical attention. Sometimes the alarm is there, but then maybe it is a gadget and uh, it has to remind you that it is time for you to take your medication. You are late. This is either through a notification sound, a message being sent, or through a vibration. You are solving a problem in a very hostile areas or regions. Your life is in danger. Do you go yourself there? You don't go. For instance, right now we have a fight between Iran and the United States and Israel. Very few people or human are being sent on air with missiles to do the fighting. But what are being sent are missiles and drones to do the fight. So you see a fighting jet coming, but it doesn't have any human inside. So even if it is being targeted and being shot, there is no soldier who is dying. What you are just killing is just a rocket that has been sent. And this rocket utilizes what is called an artificial intelligence because it has been designed and being controlled from a room to move like a human, a pilot who is flying that rocket or that drone to that region, so that you avoid the risk of being killed, but let the system behave or act like a human being. We have so many tasks that sometimes we use machines to do them because they can perform those tasks at a faster rate compared to a human being who will cry of being fatigued or being tired. So a machine can work continuously. That's why artificial intelligence was brought, so that it can be able to be incorporated into the problem solving and decision making, and making some perceptions and also decisions when they are required, or performing some tasks even when a human being is completely tired. Because a machine can work continuously without getting tired. They are not subjected to tiredness as a human being. Therefore, you only need to give it the right algorithms or the algorithmic pattern structure for it to be able to perform the tasks that are needed. So AI is there to help you solve the problems, make the decisions, do a lot of language understanding and translations, perform for you the visual perceptions, design the model visualization dashboards that are really uh, depicting what you really needed to see. That is AI. So this is just a tool, a software tool, a program code that is performing the simulation of human intelligence within the machine structure. So what is a machine here? A machine is anything that utilizes the electronic gadget or that consumes electronic uh, aspects and is being driven by electricity. Either it can be powered or it can be charged, then it can be able to perform tasks at its own time. You can be having your calculator, it's a machine. You have your mobile phone, it's a machine. You have your laptop, it's a machine. You have your desktop, it's a machine. You have your CTR or CT scanners in the hospitals, they are machines. So all these, when they are incorporated with this simulation of human understanding and ability to perform a certain task while applying the human understanding and technical ability of thinking, then we are saying you are developing or you are interacting with an artificial intelligence. Therefore, what is the history of this AI? You are starting to believe that AI has just been born the other day without knowing that artificial intelligence has been there since 1950s. Your parents were there and they were born, but then they were not aware that the system exists. So the matter of the question is, when these inventions existed, how comes majority were not able to know and understand that these exist? Therefore, it is very, very, very important for us to understand what is this AI and why we need it. So in 1950s is when the first AI was invented by a scientist, a mathematical and computer scientist called Alan Turing. Alan Turing is the one who introduced the concept of machine intelligence. Now, in 1956, another computer scientist and mathematician came up now to add the idea, and he was called John McCarthy, who now came up with now the term, who came up with now the term called artificial intelligence. Just that ability to think in an artificial way. So it's just a form of intelligence being grouped like that. Now it can be done even virtually by any other tool. So when it can be done by any other tool, which is a machine like in form, then that's why it was given a term artificial, that it can be artificially be observed. That's why we gave it an artificial intelligence. Now in 1980s to 1990s, now the development of high intelligence systems were now introduced. And by this, we were now trying now to see, and the development was now on, why can't we make these systems to be like they are self-intelligent and they are expert in their own nature? They only need to receive some instructions from the person who wants the work to be done. And then after that, we can be able now to automate some of the functions and things that they need. So that's why they were called expert systems. So what are these some of the expert systems? You've been hearing about supercomputers and gigantic AIs, neural networks. Because from 1990s, that's when the issues of DNA tests now emerged. For DNAs to work, you need to utilize the AI, which understands now about the neural networks, the dynamics of the neural spine, how it works, how they move, the movement of structures within the body, the movement of senses. From the time your tank can test something to the time it can reach to the brain, it's being moved through the neural network structure. So that's when now the development of things called actuators and reactors were developed, and what are called agents, which can now be able now to be the connectors between the reactors and the actuators. Because the reactors now have to give the responses, while the actuators receive or interact with the environment. Now, for the actuators to send the information to the reactors, which will now be able to be responding to the actuators form, then they needed something, a gap or a messenger who can be able to send signals from the actuators to the reactors. That is now when what is called now the agents were developed. Now, when it comes to artificial intelligence or the chatbots, examples for example, chat GPTs, Geminis, Groks, and so on, they are using what are called agents. Agents are now the elements that are able to collect data from several points and then send them to a centralized point or a centralized area. When this information is received, it's now being consumed by the models. A model is now like a machine learning tool, which will now be able now to take this data, analyze it, try to think about it, and now submit it back to the AI agent, which will now be able now to tell that what this is. So AI will perform, or the chatbots will now perform, all the AI APIs will now be able now, through now the expert system functionality, will be able now to understand and analyze the concepts that have been sent to them through the model that is connected to them. So when dealing with artificial intelligence, you must have the concepts of models, you must know the concept about the agents, you must know the concepts of actuators, reactors, and all that, because these are the fundamentals. Neural networks is there as agents. Expert systems are there now to think like experts and give you the solution that you want. Now in 2000s, that's now where we had a rise of machine learning, deep learning, and AI-driven automations. That's when now we started now seeing some of now the systems being developed, some of the cars being developed to start having some certain structures that they can also have a map to be able to utilize the GPS to be able to trap where the map, where are the roads, consume the satellites, because now the satellites are agents and they are able to be consumed by the neural networks and the expert systems now to draw now this attention to understand and then be able now to analyze all this. So we are going to understand what's machine learning, what's deep learning, and any other, and neural networks as we move on. So that's the evolution of artificial intelligence. So it never started today. It started all the way from 1950s. It has been there, but people have never, were not even interested to know about it. Okay? The other thing is, now in the real world applications, we need to understand what is these AIs and what are the certain examples of this AI. In healthcare, we have AI-based diagnostics and robotic surgeries. When you go to very advanced countries, some of the surgeries are also being done by machines themselves. You don't see a doctor seated there doing it, because those are now called expert systems. An expert machine that has been trained over and over by the medical doctor who has been doing a lot of surgeries on a certain field for longer time. Because now he has got that knowledge, he transferred all that concept into the code form that now develop those tools, and they are able to do that. We've seen cars, smart cars, and automated cars like the ones that are being sent, sold to us from Japan, from China, and so on. Some of them are automated. You don't need to even start dealing with the, like, even cars, we have two, manual and automated cars. It is easier for you to use the automated car because you only have to use your one leg, just clicking drive. Once you just move you are into the drive section, you can now be able just to use your clutch and the accelerator and the brake. The clutch is just here. You only need just to press the brake and the accelerator just with one leg, and you continue just having just your hands on the wheel, just to try just to direct now the car to the right area. And some of those cars, even they know themselves because they have front cameras. They know where the road is. So sometimes even you don't need even to twist your wheel. It can even be moving itself. Like some of the Mercedes cars, they have been designed in a manner that you must maintain the distance of 2 meters from each vehicle. So even if you are a driver and you are trying to go to surpass the 2-meter rule, it will not go. You will find that driver is just there. 2 meters is being maintained. Then you start asking and shouting that why don't you drive very fast so that you can be very closer to the other car? No, the rule of the roads is 2 meters apart. So the system has been developed to ensure that it maintains that. So that is about AI diagnostics and automated or expert functionalities. In finance, We have fraud detections and automated trading systems. You might find that some of the systems can easily detect that there is a fraud being done on your application or on your account. Maybe there is continuous withdrawal of money without your interventions. So once it detects that, it can be able to flag off. Maybe there is a withdrawal of an amount that when the system checks your withdrawal ability, it has never seen you withdrawing such amount of money. So what does it do? That's why every bank provides any user or any account uh, holder with a limited amount of withdrawal. Any day you go to the bank and withdraw the amount that surpasses your limit in that day, you might find yourself either your card can be swallowed, or number two, your account is locked instantly and you will be requested to visit the nearest bank to be able to explain yourself. Where did you get this money? Or you have received a deposit of money that is surpassing the limit that they have always been seeing you getting. They will always lock your account first and then call you. Come to the bank, explain to us this and this, come with these details. You reach there, you start explaining yourself. Why? Because of the fraud detection system that is automated within the banking system. Then we have autonomous vehicles, self-driven cars like Tesla cars in the US, developed by Elon Musk's companies, SpaceX. And then we have those ones in Japan, those ones in Germany, and so on. Defenders, Lee, and so on. These heavy vehicles, they consume AI. Customer service. When you visit a website and then you get to see something like, for instance, when if right now we check our website here, you'll be able to see something related to that. Let's try to check even a website like, let's say, Queer. And then you come here. Once you access this, you'll be able to have something here called a chatbot, where you can just click this and then you start sending your chat information. Or you can have this WhatsApp here and then you can be able to start, or support here, and then you can be able to get the information and continue. Or you come to, for instance, our website here. Let's say it's loading. Maybe let me use the VPN to be on so that it reads the American area. So I place here the VPN to read America so that it can unlock that website access. Let's say that is a website area, and you have some of the chat sections. Okay, this one I think I locked that. But every website that you get, mostly you get what is called a chatbot at the corner, either on this side or this side here. That is to support you. So you are interacting with this thing, thinking that you are interacting with a human being, only to realize that uh, you are interacting with an AI. Let's say, for example, this is Alibaba website. For instance, that way, that this is Alibaba and you want maybe to do some shoppings and so on. So I think they have also disabled it, but is here if you want to explore something here. So most of the e-commerce platforms, you'll always get what are called uh, support areas, a messenger. You can see that there's a messenger here. So if you click here, messenger, and then you want to start chatting with it, it will ask you just to log in with your email. So once you log in with your email, then it will be linked directly with Alibaba servers and the customer care desk. So once you do that, then and you send a message, you will be communicating with that institution directly, and they'll be able to respond to you based on your need that you are requesting for. So that is AI chatbots and virtual assistants. We also have what is called education. In education, when you have the AI powered tutoring uh, features, like our partner or the company that we've partnered with called Ottoman Institute, which we talked about yesterday, they have also what is called the OI, the Ottoman Institute's uh, let's look at for example uh, OI story. Let's just say programs here or classes or lessons. Let me just close here. They have what is called a virtual assistant here, which is a digital AI that can communicate like a human teacher. Okay. So like you can see that it's a chatbot. It can be able to communicate with you, maybe read for you the text or read for you the notes that you have, and also be able to explain to you what you wanted to know. So they are our partners and we are working together on various projects. So all these are advanced tools that now we are speaking about in this education sector. Now, then we have what is called now the differences between AI, machine learning, and deep learning. What are some of these? So we need to understand the differences between these so that you can be able to distinguish with the tools that you are using. For example, you are using maybe a mobile phone, a telescope, a microwave, and so on. So AI is a broader field that includes all the intelligent systems, while machine learning is a subset of the AI. Why? Because it's a part of AI that only focuses on training machines using data. This is where much of the data models are being consumed. And then now the AI more agents will just access it and now be able now to do what is called interpretation. Then you have deep learning. This is a section of machine learning. It's not a section because now remember, machine learning is a subset of AI, but deep learning is a section of machine learning that uses AI neural networks for advanced learning. So if you want now the system now to understand deeper and analyze your data in a deeper way, you use deep learning within the machine learning area, which is now also part of the AI. So AI is a broader area that is made up of machine learning. Machine learning is made up of deep learning and so on. We are going also to see the different types of these types of artificial intelligence. Now, let's look at the types of artificial intelligence so that we can understand it. So here, it's not about just usage of chat GPTs and whatever. I hope that's not what you have come to study. You've come to study to understand what is AI in broader way. Then now interact with those tools for you now to know how to use them well. Now, the types of artificial intelligence, we have what are called weak AI and strong AI. In the video that you have just watched, I have demonstrated and explained well what are the distinctions. So weak AI are the ones that you normally interact with. For example, chat GPTs, Geminis, Cloud, Grok, and so many of them. Those are weak AI. They are only designed for specific tasks. For example, a chatbot, an AI assistant, a customer care assistant, recommended systems. Those are weak AIs. Then we have strong AIs, which are the AIs that have been made to perform any intellectual tasks that a human being cannot. Sometimes human beings can also, because there is nothing that an AI can do that a human being can't, because you are the developers of AI. These are just tools being developed by yourself. It is you who is training it. AI is like a baby. So you start with your small child or a baby who has been born. Then you start telling the child that this is how you speak. So start by calling Baba. So you start saying Baba. This means father. Then you call it mom. Mum. Mom. Or mother. Right? So the child will start by knowing those ones first. Then you start pa, ba, a, a, e. Then they start now knowing now this is how to write languages. These are vowels, these are consonants. Then how do we now combine the two to make words? Then from words, first of all, you start making characters. From characters, combine them, you form words. From words, you combine them, you form sentences. From sentences, you combine them, you form paragraphs. From paragraphs, you start writing books, start writing articles, start writing statements, and so on. So strong AI, these are hypothetically AI that can perform any intellectual tasks for a human. Narrow AIs and general AIs and super AIs. So what are these? Narrow AIs, they are focused only for specific tasks. For example, the Google search, the Siri in your iPhone, the Google Assistant in your Android phone are narrow AIs. So if you are always asking, hello Google, and so on, when it comes to the computers, you have what is called Cortana. If you are using a desktop, uh, or Windows uh, system like this one, you have what is called Cortana. Cortana here is an intelligent personal assistant that can make any communication with you. So you can activate it or deactivate it. It's just always coming pre-installed on your computer. So you can even download it from Microsoft Store, Cortana, and then it can be able to work with you. So once you install it, you can even be communicating to it. It can do for you all the tasks that you want. All right. Then you have Siri and so on. General AIs, we're talking about capabilities of human-like reasoning and decision making. They reason like you. They help you to automate tasks. For example, when you have Bing in what is called Microsoft Edge. For example, if you are here in your Bing here and you are using Copilot, so these general AIs, they are just there to help you do, like you can see here. So once you just open it, it is there. Then you say that, what is general AI? Then you press it, and then it's able to tell you what's general AI. You can as well as communicate to it or speak to it. You can even be able to share. So these are, they can do whatever because they can automate things. Then we have the super AIs, they are AI types that surpasses the human intelligence. Like they have been designed by humans who are more intelligent than others, because even within the IQ setup, we have those people who are more intelligent than the others. So these ones are being trained using those very intelligent persons. Some of them uh, have the ability to do a lot of coding, that to the level that, or doing tasks to the level that you require a lot of training or time for training for you to be able to do that. So this is why such things happen. So we have like the supercomputers and super agentic AIs. So these are now the ones that are in super AI section. So those are the types of artificial intelligence that you need to know. So from today, you need to know which type of AI are you interacting with. Is it super AI? Is it the general AI? Is it the narrow AI? Is it the strong AI or the weak AI? Examples of these AI systems in the daily life that you are interacting with. We've talked about the smart assistants like the Google Assistants, Alexa, Meta AIs. You also have Meta AIs in your WhatsApp and Facebook. You have Siri in your phones, iPhones. Recommendation engines like Netflix, you play with them, Showmax, YouTube. All these are AI tools, because they have what are called recommendation engines. Because once you like a certain movie, then you'll automatically get another movie or another video that is related to what you wanted to watch. So it recommends like that. When you go to Facebook and you have liked a certain clip, you'll always be getting recommended contents related to what you liked and what you watched last, or what your friends has also watched is what you'll also be able to see it on your end. Why? Because it uses the recommendation engines. The face recognition systems, when you want to log into your phone or to unlock your phone screen, you always use the face IDs. So you untouch it like this, then it opens. Facebook login, you do it like you click your picture and then it logs you in. So all that is face recognition systems. Then we have predictive texts. For example, in Gmails, to help identify which one should be going to the spam area, which one should be going to the inbox, which one should be going to the promotional areas, and which one should be going to a certain other area. So that's when you have that. Uh, Smartphones, they are able to help you when you're trying to type within your keyboard. It automates some of the text and complete for you, so that you just tap and click, tap, 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 and you move on, continuing to do your work. So all these are examples of AI. So you are in every day, you are interacting with the AIs without knowing. Now, machine learning, we need to understand it. Machine learning is a very important aspect of artificial intelligence. We have said it's a segment that deals with data uh, streaming and data consumption. So machine learning is a subset of AI that enables the computers and any digital gadgets that have the ability to interact with these tools, and the ones that are consuming data, and improves the performance without any explicit programming. You don't need to continuing programming them to do the updates. It will be learning about the structure and the data that your system is getting. Then it will be improving over and over in terms of the decision that it's making. So it's very crucial for you to automate complex tasks and making your data driven very, very powerful. So how does machine learning differ from the traditional programming aspect? Because it is in the world of programming or coding that any systems or applications are being developed. So when you're doing programming, any form, then we have two. Either you are using artificial or automated or advanced programming languages, or the traditional programming aspect. In the traditional programming aspect, we explicit rules are coded. So you only write the rules. For example, assembly language that are being used to develop some assembled systems that are old-fashioned, like in the engineering. Those people doing mechanical engineering, doing mechatronic, doing some uh, uh, even radiologists and so on. They mostly consume the traditional programming languages. Yet we are now in the advanced stages of advanced programming languages such as Python and other things. So machine learns pattern from data to make decisions. That is how now in machine learning. In machine learning, patterns from your data are being looked at and then being understood in order to help make decisions. That's why you can't use the old traditional programming to make what are called predictions in decision making. Like for example, you want to study about the pattern of my student who is maybe in first year. So you can start to track this student from first year up to fourth year. From first year, the data is too small. So the system will be able to give you fair prediction, but not very high quality. But by the time the student finishes second year, the system has now understood the pattern under which the student is performing in all their units in the university or college or high school. Then from now, by the time, even if you ask it to give you the predicted results in third year or in the next class, it will be able to give you with less errors. Why? Because it has understood the pattern of this student, how they are doing. That's why you can easily define the student performance in Form 4 when the student is in Form 3, starting from Form 3. If the student starts moving within C plus, C minus, C plus, C plane, C plus, C plane, and so on, then the only thing that you need to know, and then you try also to trace with what they received from their form 4 from their primary level or the primary level of education. If they scored a B, then what you are expecting this student to do in high school is either a +1 or +2, +1 or 2, or -1 or -2. So it's plus or minus 1 or 2, or that is the trend. You don't expect this student to do magic because that's how their IQ and the level has reached, unless otherwise. Types of machine learning. We have supervised learning, which uses labeled data. That's why they are being used in emails to detect spam messages, spam emails. They are also the ones that are being used by Truecaller to detect whether the caller is a scammer or is a verified person. In spam detection and medical diagnosis, we use supervised learning because you have to use labeled data. Because when you are dealing with the, for example, medical diagnosis, what happens is that every patient, their samples are being collected from their bodies, then they are labeled using a unique code. Then they are taken to the lab for test. So from the lab, they are being issued to a machine. The machine will go through them and then be able to find through the pattern and then detect and give the results. So how can it be able to define that this one is for this? Because you have a labeled data. Then you have unsupervised learning where it identifies patterns in an unlabeled data. So here, data is not labeled. For example, customer segmentation, anomaly detections, and so on. You can only say, this is what customers from Nigeria like. These are what customers from Namibia like. These are what customers from Nairobi like. These are what customers from Eldoret like. Then it can be able to give you the predictions on that. So that one is unsupervised learning because you are dealing with a group segment of persons. Reinforcement learning. This is where you use agents learn from interacting with the environment. For example, the robots have to be trained using the environment so that it can understand from here there is a block, and from here is where the lift is. From here is where there is a clock. The same thing is being done in a game play. For example, chess games and so on. So it will be able to know this is a king, this is not a king, and so on. When you are playing games on your phone, it is using reinforcement learning, which is a part of machine learning, which is a subset of artificial intelligence. So when you are also playing games, just know that you are interacting with AI. Those are AI tools. So applications of machine learning in industries, where are they used? Machine learning is used in healthcare for disease predictions and drug discoveries. They are also used in retail areas for personalized recommendations and giving you recommended related contents that you loved and liked. Even if it is products through an e-commerce platform, then you will be able to get it. Maybe from Glovo, you want to order some food. So always it will be able to give you recommended. So if you talk today chicken, fried chicken and so on, then tomorrow it will show you KFC products so that you, or Kentucky and so on. Finance, credit scoring. Majority of the people are being taken to CRB that maybe because of your credit score, maybe you have a lot of debts you have not paid, you always delay to pay debts and so on. So all that the system will be able to predict. That's why normally when you download these loan application apps from the internet, they ask you, can you allow us to access your videos, your photos? You click yes, because you are desperate looking for money. Then it will ask you, would you allow us to access your messages? You say yes, so that it can be able to see if there are other warnings that people have sent you that you owe them some money, some debts, and also your transactions. How much have they been? Have they been at a higher rate or just a small amount? So from there, then it can be able now to tell you how much can you be able to borrow, the limit. Then manufacturing, predictive maintenance and quality controls can be done within the manufacturing sector and so on. When you visit companies like those ones of Aliko Dangote and so on in refineries areas, they are all used there. That's why they employ mechatronic engineers. Practicals for day one. Now today I want to give you some practicals that number one, understanding the AI with simple examples. So I want us to look at that. And number two, I want you to be able to identify AI versus machine learning versus DLs, so that you have to identify for me what if what we are describing for you is an AI. Is it a machine learning or is it an example of deep learning? Okay. So for this example, for this activity, we are going just to take some 2 minutes, then you can be able to tell. So the activity here, I'm going to provide you with real world examples. And then I want you to identify or classify them, whether it is an AI, machine learning, or deep learning. And then I'll now be able now to give you a discussion point so that you can be able to explain why do you think it was an AI but not a deep learning. And why do you think it was machine learning example but not a deep learning example? So that now we can be able to get some examples and categories. Also, I wanted us to look at an example of a weak AI, which is a chatbot. So how do you access ChatGPT? You can access ChatGPT through what is called chat.openai.com. Then you can access ChatGPT. Or if it is Bing, for Microsoft area, you can search for bing.com and then you go to chat, bing.com/chat. Then it can take you to a Bing AI, because we have Bing AI. Then for Google, they have what is called the Google Gemini. which is very important for your area. Now, I want you to look at some of these, and then I want you to try to work on the related prompts. So I want you to try to look at or write some what I'll call uh, prompt engineering. Try to write some few concepts for us to see how can it be able to do. Or I can just ask just a simple question. One of the members to demonstrate how do they use ChatGPT in their daily life. Have you ever done any concepts or anything? Is it possible for you to show us how it works so that you can be able to showcase us? So any person who has the idea to be able to showcase us, but I wanted you to try to write
I cannot hear.
this prompt. I wanted you to write this prompt, be able to explain something there, and then also be able to create a short teaching outline on the theme of community and faith, including 3 key points on that. So I would like you to try to open either an open AI or open a Bing.chat so that we can be able to start that. So maybe you can open your chatbot and then try to write this prompt inside that chat area and then be able to see what are the results. Then from there, you will be able to modify it so that it suits your your interest. For example, you want to write something on a research paper that you are doing, or you want it to help you to write something, to analyze something, then you can be able to change that prompt to really meet what you really want to be done in that area. So I think that's what I wanted you just to practice, and I think I'll also send you for that you can be able to practice on your in your area. For the group reflections and discussions, I wanted us to look at some few things here. But to begin with, I want you first of all to answer this question. I want you to look at this and then be able to
I don't
try to.
understand.
I think somebody is speaking. Who is speaking? Can send us a chat here. I'm currently watching YouTube to learn how to use animated videos and so on. Okay. Now, there's somebody who was speaking. I was expecting that person to communicate or send a chat. So my question was that let everybody be able to respond to this. Respond to it whether it is an AI, it is a machine learning, or it is a deep learning. So write your answers down, or we can be able to respond in a large, maybe somebody can raise a hand and then be able to respond. Google Assistant, Siri, and Alexa, what classification of AIs are they? Are they AI? Are they machine learning? Are they deep learning? Google Assistant.
They are AI.
They are AI. So somebody has said it is AI. Do you all agree that it's AI? Any person with a different opinion? Anybody with a different opinion? Okay. The next one is Netflix movie recommendations. Netflix movie
It's still
recommendation.
an AI. It's still
Netflix
an
movie.
AI.
It is?
It's still an AI.
So Netflix movie recommendation, is it AI or machine learning? Anybody with a response? Or it is a deep learning?
It's
Don't
AI.
answer. Somebody has said it's AI. Okay. I hope we discussed about the differences between AI, machine learning, and deep learning. We say deep learning is a subset of machine learning, while machine learning is a subset of AI. AI is a broader section. Machine learning deals with data, while deep learning now handles deep analysis of data and other recognitions in order to support the AI functionality. So this person is saying that a Netflix movie recommendation is an AI. But is it true?
Netflix recommendation is a machine learning that is part of AI.
Yes, so the answer is machine learning. So that is what you are saying. All right. First person has
Yeah.
said it's AI. This other person has said it's machine learning. Because you need to identify which one is it to be complete. Because AI is broader. So there is one that lies as AI, then there is one that lies as a specific subset. Then Facebook face recognition, auto tagging. Which one is it? Is it machine learning, DL, or AI? Any trial?
I.
Okay, that one is saying AI. Self-driving cars like Tesla. I've explained all this. Are they AI, machine learning, or DL?
Machine learning.
It's deep learning.
So somebody is saying also deep learning, meaning that people are still confused. Email spam filters.
Email.
Email spam filters. We say the one that can be able to detect whether the email is spam, the email is inbox, the email is sent, or so on. Is it machine learning or DL? Stop Googling. Stop searching from ChatGPT. Just say the answer. Is it AL, AI, ML, or DL?
Email spam. AI.
Hey, what about others? Others, they don't know. Others don't know.
People are muted and I think they don't know how to unmute themselves.
Oh, is there somebody
Maybe
who
they
is
might
not
be
able to?
confused.
Is there somebody who is not able to unmute themselves? Okay. Any other person? Joel? Uh, Maybe you help us respond to the other one. This chatbot. The chatbot for customer support. Is it an AI, machine learning, or deep learning?
Machine learning. I think.
Yeah. Fraud detection in banking transaction.
DL.
DL. Google Translate, neural machine translations.
Machine learning.
It's CBML.
It is AI.
Machine
Okay.
learning.
Okay, machine learning. All
ML.
right. Let's see smart home systems. Smart home systems like the thermostats, microwaves, ovens.
DL. DL.
Okay. Deep fake video generations like in the video and so on. Which one is that?
AI.
Somebody saying AI. So these are the answers that you people have said. Now, what are the correct answers?
Let's mark ourselves.
Yes, now I want you now to mark yourself with the answers that you have written down yourself down there. So those are the correct answers. Have you seen them? Google Assistant is an AI. Siri, Alexa. Netflix, we said it uses what is called recommendation engines. Therefore, they consume data. Therefore, that is machine learning. Then we say the face recognition because it has to do, which is called the deep analysis of other pattern recognitions. Then it has to identify whether your face is really yours and study the biometrics before it logs you in. That becomes the deep learning. Then we have the self-driving cars. We say it like Tesla because it has the ability to study a lot of data to mimic actually the human intelligence ability. And that is the deep learning. Then you have the email spam filters to be able to detect whether it is spam or not spam. So we say this one, it uses machine learning because it has to study the data that has previously been used or the tricks that have always been used by the scammers and the real people. Then it can be able now to distinguish whether this one is a scam or this one is not a scam, or this one is a fraud or this one is not a fraud. Chatbots. Chatbots is an AI because it can do different things. They have the models, they have the machine, they have the deep learning incorporated inside them. Then you have the fraud detection for banking, also it's machine learning. Then you have the Google translations because it uses what is called the neural network. Then that one becomes the deep learning. Smart homes because they can be able to identify what is the temperatures in the house and then be able to trigger to start either raising the temperature or lowering the temperature. When you're talking about the AC in your car, then these ones are AIs. Then you have the deepfake video generation because you have to feed it with information, graphics, images, and so on for it to make for you a video. Then it has to use, it is called the deep learning. So you need always to know that distinction and the differences between them. So you can now be able to mark your work and then be able to identify whether you scored anything or you failed all of them based on what you have there. So let's now look at the discussions and reasons why. So these ones you will be able to read them because they are now explanations of the answers that we have provided you with. All of them up to there, all the answers there. So in conclusion, you need to understand that uh, you need to be able to distinguish between artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, neural networks, and so on, because all these are segments of artificial intelligence. And be able to know which one works where and which tool uses what. Okay? So that you can be able to have a better understanding. So we say DL is a subset of machine learning, where it mimics the human brain using the neural networks, while machine learning is a subset of AI that enables machines to learn from data, while AI is the broadest category that covers all the intelligent systems, including machine learning, DLs, chatbots, and so on, expert systems, robots, and so on. They are all AI. Having answered that, then you have just a recap, which you'll just be able yourself to look at them and then be able to get the distinctions and the differences there. And with that, then I would wish to end that learning there, so that in the next session, you'll be able to tell me what have you done from these assignments here, which are from the practical for day one training. Number one is you are supposed to try to work related prompts. Do the prompts, try on yourself there. The links for you to access the recommended areas, I've said try with OpenAI, and then try with Bing chat areas, chats, and then also try with Google Gemini, so that you can be able to share your results in the next session. So you'll have a recap 5 minutes before we start the next topic. So that was today's lesson. I'll welcome any question if it's available before I wind up the class for today. Is there any question up to there? Any question? Any new thing you've learned? It is your time to speak now. I hope.
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
I just want to find out that since I'm struggling with joining on time, are we
Yes.
going to receive any notes or other modules or something that one can just look at?
All
Perhaps
right.
I missed something. Yes.
Okay. So at the end of every lesson, I share the slides for you to do the recap, study on yourself, and then be able to do any assignments that are available. The second thing, I'll also be able to upload the video that has been recorded and then attach it to YouTube and then send you the link so that you can be able to follow it up and do whatever that you are supposed to do. And all the lessons, all the class notifications are being done through your email, the one you registered with. That's why when I open my email here, you see, these are the things that I've sent to you all. This was the lesson link. Now I wonder, when somebody is coming to my inbox and claiming that he has not joined the class, my question is, did you fill the form? If you filled the form, then your email is available with me. And then I send the emails to only registered persons for the class, to avoid
I
somebody joining the
did.
class, yet he is not he has not paid or is not registered for the course. So you see all the emails of the people who are registered. That's why I sent that form. Number two, I had shared a link for people to hear the class WhatsApp. Remember this email, called 3 Training WhatsApp Group and Payments. There were all notifications about the WhatsApp group here and all the payments details. We say that people should pay at least 60% to start the class or clear. There are some people whom I'm just allowing to class, but they have not paid. So I wonder, what do these people want? The other thing is the WhatsApp link is here. You are just to click the link and then join the WhatsApp group which is here. And then I'll always be communicating to you people in that WhatsApp. So somebody is still, and I'm sharing the link in both this WhatsApp and in the personal emails. So even the one who is even offline through the email is able to get it through the WhatsApp group that is there. But people even have problems with just clicking the link and just joining the WhatsApp group. Even yesterday.
I am receiving nothing. I'm experiencing, I am
Yes.
receiving nothing. I paid in full, but I'm receiving, except for the email that said, thank you when I submitted my application form. That's the email that I received. And that's the only last thing that I received from this course. I'm not receiving any WhatsApp, nothing. I'm receiving no email at all. That's why I'm struggling.
That's why I'm saying I will add you to that WhatsApp. You will click that WhatsApp. I'll send you in that email. Okay? And then you'll
Check
be
the
receiving
spam mail.
everything.
Check the spam mail.
And then you'll be receiving everything in your email from today. The problem is you delayed to register. And now you see, I'll have to go back, find other additional members who have registered for me now to update again the email list. So I'll have again to come here, try to go to that system. So let me now check right now if your details have been submitted for me to add you from the next session. Because the problem is somebody does not register, does not submit the details, and then they blame on my side. I don't do anything for any mischiefs. I do things in the most proper way. Now you can now see that now some 4 people have been added here. That means that now if I check this email here, and you see I can be able even to tell who is the last person to join here. If I look at it down here now, this is now the last 2 people. So from here, these 4 people were not yet registered because the last one was Vitalis. So if you are not getting any communication from tomorrow, then now it will be another case. But now all these 4 people are going to be added just now in the email list, so that now I can be able to obtain and share all the details to those individuals. So just right now as we speak, let me add these 4 people to that email list, so that just right now you don't start crying and saying that you're not getting the emails and whatever. Let me just see here the other email list. I'll just do here. So it's just that I've copied the very long details. I wanted just those emails only. Yeah, good. So for these emails, I'm going to add all of them to that area just now, so that if you are not in that WhatsApp or whatever, you should be able to be getting that information. Like the one for WhatsApp, I'm just going to forward right now to all these individuals. So from today, you'll be getting emails instantly, and even the class notifications. from that email. So that one is sorted. Any other thing? And today is the first day of the class. So I don't know why you should not be complaining as if it is the end of the day. We started was the opening ceremony, and today was now the first lesson. That's why it is written here, lesson 1. Tomorrow it will be lesson 2. Okay, like that. The day that I'll not be able to have a class, I'll communicate through that email and through that WhatsApp that today we don't have a class, let's meet the next day. And I'll be able to communicate that. Okay? Yes. Any other issue that has not been solved? So the classes start at 8:30 East African time. So you convert it to your time, because I know if you are receiving through the Google Calendar, then it automatically changes to your local time. From 8:30 to 9:30, because I just gave 1 hour so that you don't get exhausted so much, because there are some people who are working, they have just arrived to the house, they are very tired, they don't need to overstay in a lecture. So within 1 hour, we are done with the class, you do the rest of the work. Okay? I don't know if there is any other question that I have not handled or an issue that is burning someone. There being no question, then one person can pray for us. Unless there's a question that I've not answered. And please, if you have not paid, just do the needful, because it's so embarrassing that now you start not attending classes, or you are being excluded from the class email simply because you've not just done your part. I'm also spending time and the resources. And you remember I communicated earlier so that we use the money to buy some other resources that we use here. But it's okay. You choose your way, your decision, so that we can be able to move further. There being no question, then maybe I'll welcome a word of closing, a word of prayer. Sister Anne, you can pray so that we end this session.
Let's pray. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Father, Lord, we want to thank you for this particular moment. We thank you for being with us during this session. We thank you for the gift of this day, for bringing us safely to the close of this evening. Father, I consecrate each and every person here to your able hands during the night, that you protect us all from danger, from any dangers. We pray especially for our professor, that you also protect him and fill him with wisdom from above, that he may continue to impart this knowledge to us, and for all those who need it. Father, as we retire to bed, we pray that you protect us, drive away the snares of the enemy, that we may sleep and rise in joy to sing your praises through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
In the name of the Father,
Amen.
Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, sister, and thank you for everybody for joining to class. Please, let's keep time when the link is shared.
Good night to
Good
all.
night to you all.
Thank you too.
Vitalis. Yes, what was your issue? The class cannot be changed from that time. The time was allocated based on the analysis of all the respondents. And number two is based on the time that is good for all. So if your time is not fitting that, then I'm not able to change the time for now. There's
Okay, I'll
also the
try.
time we are
The
all
issue
in
is
the office.
internet
Yes?
network. I have issue of network in the village. I have to stand outside.
But now, how do I help? I think that one is now beyond me now.
Yeah, I will try my best unless it's raining.
Okay.
Okay, good night.
Good night to you. That's the end of the class. Please, Joel and Beatrice, you can leave.